Gold Squad TV. All right, man. So I want to address this Time Lord thing, since everybody seems to be obsessed with keeping Time Lord. I'm not cool keeping Fragile Lord. Call me a hater, but listen, I'm about production, man. Your best ability is your availability, and we can't have guys on a roster that can't seem to stay healthy. You know, we just got rid of an unhealthy guy and got Al Horford and got a healthy 19-year-old who showed up in a lot of games last year and showed a lot of promise despite being still a little green. Now, what I'm getting is like Moses Brown is an unproven commodity. He put up a lot of points on a losing team. Let me debunk that. Anytime you put up points in the NBA, you put up 20 and 16 in one game, you put up 20 rebounds and a half, those aren't by accident. You're playing against professionals. I'm not going to sit here and buy that whole he hasn't proven anything yet card. He's only 1 year in. He's 19 years old. He'll be 20, I believe, when the season starts. Al Horford's been his mentor out in OKC since he's been in the league. And Al Horford's going to be his mentor here. I like what I see from Moses Brown a lot more than I like when I see from Robert Williams. Now, let me preferences. I'm not saying Robert Williams isn't talented, but what good is talent if he's never on the floor? I don't understand what is this obsession with keeping Time Lord. I get it. He's a fan favorite, but you know what? Taco Fall's a fan favorite too. You know what? Both those guys need to be off the roster. I'm not here for fan favorites. I want production. As a Celtics fan, I'm tired of putting these guys on pedestals who don't produce. You get a guy in a trade as a steal who looks like he might be the future at center for us. This dude legitimately has everything you need except that he needs experience. Just needs experience in the NBA body. But he looks like, for the most part, with the right guidance and the right coaching, he's going to be something in this league. And we're focused on injury-prone Robert Williams. Robert Williams has been in the league since 2018. Moses Brown got drafted in 2020. Now, so Robert's got 2 years on Moses Brown. And he's a little older than Moses Brown. Time Lord had a nice stretch where he looked like he was a starting caliber center. But here's the problem. He can't stay healthy. He can't stay healthy. And Moses Brown, for all intents and purposes, outplayed Time Lord in the game that they played against each other in OKC. Now Time Lord didn't play in the second game where the OKC won, with Moses playing. But, the first game, Moses Brown basically for the first half was killing Time Lord. His size is too much. Time Lord 6'8", 6'9", with high athletic ability and shot blocking ability defensively. Moses Brown 7'2". I thought he was 6'11". I had to look. He's 7'2". All right. I'm not going to sit here and look at a guy that outplayed Time Lord if you're going to base on rookie years. If you look at Moses Brown's rookie year and Time Lord's rookie year, Time Lord barely played his rookie year. Moses Brown put up almost 11, 12 points a game and double-digit rebounds for periods and stretches of the season. And he's not injury prone. You know what I mean? He's going to learn. He's going to continue to learn from Al Horford. So for me, as far as I'm concerned, I'm about the production, bruh. I'm about who's going to play more. Right now, they're saying Time Lord's going to play more. I doubt it. He has not played. Even Scalabrine said this shit. He has not proven he can stay healthy for his whole career. He's not proven that. Now, my man's trying to compare Time Lord to Embiid. But here's the problem with that comparison. Embiid was drafted in the top 5 in the draft. It was a future talent that was undeniable on both ends of the floor, not just defense, but both ends. He had moves. He was the first thing seen of his kind since Akeem Olajuwon. The only problem he had was injuries. But he had a lot more to offer than Time Lord. Time Lord is just a lob dunk guy. He can hit a jumper when he wants, but it's rare that he shoots it. Can he rebound? Yes. I respect his rebounding ability. But can he stay healthy? No. He struggles against bigger guys. Guys that are bigger, guys that are stronger, they tend to get the better of him. Now you look at Moses Brown, well, being 7'2", he's still a little skinny, but Moses Brown's got a bigger upper body than Robert. He has no problem rebounding. His rebounding skills are top notch, like next level type shit. Like he's a guy that could get rebounds with ease. He could box out. He's a guy that's gonna really spread, the box out game out and shit like that to be able to get rebounds. So what are you gonna do? Like if Moses Brown outplays, if the coach that's in at the time, depending on who's there, gets instructions to give Time Lord minutes and Moses minutes, and for that second center spot, and Moses outperforms Time Lord, and then Time Lord gets hurt, even if Time Lord wins that second center job and he gets hurt, Moses Brown's gonna step in there, and you're never gonna see Time Lord again. His time's gonna be up. And honestly, you're not paying Time Lord an extension. Right now, he's due for an extension this season. You're not paying him. You're not paying him. No way. If you're Brad Stevens, you have any type of sense, you just made this move for the future, for the present and future. You are not about to sit here and tell me with a straight face you're going to pay injury-prone Time Lord an extension for 4 years for a certain amount of money. Because he's due for his fucking extension. He's not meant for that. He's not worth the extension. It's not proven he can stay healthy. You can't tell me you want to keep a guy on a roster who can't stay healthy just based on potential. You know what I mean? Now, Moses Brown might be potential as well, but Moses has proven that he could actually play in this league. When he had the time in the league, when he had the time to play, despite playing on a losing team, which was not his fault. He didn't just put numbers up on a losing team. He was putting numbers up when his team was actually winning, when he did get the playing time. It's not his fault that the team stunk. They decided to tank. It's the reason why he got traded there. Moses Brown's a steal. And as far as I'm concerned, if he's not the second center by the end of this season, he might end up being our starting center within the next couple of years. So, unless Robert Williams has a renaissance and he plays 100% healthy all season, plays all 82 games coming up, I don't see it. Guys can pull out numbered stretches and what you see and all you want. You don't see it. You don't even have enough footage to sit there and say that you see footage of Moses Brown putting in work. And you can't sit there just because you played on a losing team. That's bullshit. And I could name a lot of star players who played on losing teams, and then eventually they ended up, they were kind of green and ended up becoming gold because they actually came the next season and worked and worked and worked and worked and worked at it. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. And as for Al Horford, people saying Al Horford's washed up. Listen, I used to be on that hate Al Horford wagon back in the day. Not anymore. Al Horford could give me 10 points a game for the next 2 to 3 seasons and give me 7 rebounds and give me 6 assists and play defense and be the starting center or the second center. And I'm happy with that. That's still better production than you get from Tristan Thompson. So Tristan can't shoot a jumper if it saves his life. He's not a three-point shooter. He's not a shooter at all. So you're not going to sit there my bad, I was watching the game real quick. You're not going to sit there and let Horford go. A lot of people talking about you could trade Horford. I don't think Brad Stevens got Al Horford to trade him. I think Al Horford's going to finish his career in Boston. Even when his contract's up in 2 years, I could see him taking a smaller deal. At that point, he's going to be 36, 37 years old. He's a guy that's a vet. He's a guy that knows how to win. He's a guy that can come off the bench at that point in his career and really mentor. He's a leader, and he loves the city of Boston. So I don't see Brad Stevens getting rid of Al Horford. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I can't see. I can't see it. I cannot see it. Personally, I just can't see it. Al Horford is too valuable for our team on both ends of the floor, mostly defense. So Al's always going to be a guy you're going to need because he's a guy, for exception of Philly, he's a guy that really, he really ups the percentage of winning on your team. Does a lot of things you guys don't see with stat sheets. Guys sitting there saying he's old ass Al Horford. We'll see in about 7 months. And we'll be some old ass Al Horford, and he's averaging about 12 or 13, and he's leading the team in blocks and getting like 6 or 7 assists a game and getting at least 30 minutes, maybe 25 minutes a game, maybe. And then you can split the second center spot with Moses Brown and Timelord, but if Timelord's not healthy, you gotta go. I'm only gonna give Timelord half the season. If you can't play up to par, you're not healthy, he has to go. Can't hold roster spots, man. You can't hold roster spots when you could better your team. If I'm Brad, I trade him now where I got value for him. And then go get one more big man. Go get one more big man in free agency, maybe an Aaron Baines, maybe you even go and sign Tice again. Tice is a free agent. Maybe you go, no one's going to sign Tice to a big deal. Maybe you go get Tice because he's reliable. He's kind of a smaller version of Al Horford. He's like a more, broken down version probably of Al Horford, but a younger. Maybe you sign him and then have him play that third center. You do need a third center. You're not keeping Tristan probably, so I just think it makes sense. It just makes perfect sense. And plus, like I said, Al Horford's a leader in that locker room. You're not going to let Al Horford go. Not trading just to trade. People look at these numbers and trade exceptions. You're not trading Al Horford at this point. And chances are you don't need to. Now, eventually Moses Brown might eventually get that spot. Once he's, 22, 23 years old, and he starts really showing what he could do, then he'll eventually get that spot. But in the meantime, I think you really need to explore trading for Timelord. Now, I'm not hyping, this idea that I'm hyping Moses Brown. Well, I know what Moses Brown does. I've seen him play. Not just the Celtics game. I watch a lot of his games. I'm an NBA nerd, and I watch a lot of NBA shit, and I don't just watch my squad. I watch a lot of shit, especially in the regular season, because I got NBA TV. I see Moses Brown put numbers up against really good teams. Now, this team wasn't great, but you're not going to just sit there. You're talented. You're talented. You're not going to sit there and tell me, oh, Duke can't do that against better talent, as of like he has to prove to you, of all people, that he's that talented. We weren't saying the same shit about a lot of dudes on our team that were like 19, 20 years old. And you see they end up becoming something. So you gotta give him a pass, man. You gotta let the kid grow, let him see what he can do. And if he fails miserably, then you keep Timelord. I don't know. But like me personally, I'm a trader. I'm not trying to keep Timelord for shit. Sorry. Right now, everybody's looking at Moses Brown like he's a throw-in in the trade. I'm like, you're about to find out he ain't no throw-in. You're about to find out. In the meantime, I definitely want to see what Brad does next and who he hires. That point guard spot's the spot now that we need to look at. So, meantime, go Squad TV. Enough with the Time Lord obsession, please. Give this kid Moses Brown a chance. I've seen more from him than I've seen from Time Lord. Go Squad TV.